So we can go ahead. So just like we agreed in the community, everybody looking at the start of the year, some of us share some of our um, achievements already in the beginning of this year. But we understand that some persons too might be struggling in order to achieve whatever they want to achieve. Or some people might not even know how to go about it. Some years ago, I was like that. I will have myself write down so many things. And at the end of the day, I didn't even know why I was doing all those things. I didn't know why I was writing down until I got to a point in my life where I felt stuck. I felt like I wasn't achieving anything. I was belittling all that I had done. I was like, what am I even doing? And that was as a result of so many disappointments until it just dawned on me. Someone was talking, and I was referred back to everything I've written. I had a book where I write down things. I was referred back to that book. And on opening the book, I realized that I had achieved so many things that I wasn't even giving myself credit for. I was looking at all the goals. I was like, eh? So I was on that achieved this. I was on that achieved this. Then it dawned on me that what am I doing? So this disappointment, and you know one thing about disappointment is that when you face one or two disappointments, it feels like you have been disappointed a whole lot in your life. That's the truth. We human beings tend to exaggerate things, especially when we have one to two disappointments. If you meet someone that says, I'm tired of life, try and get closer to that person and ask them what has happened that has made you tired of life. The person might tell you everything is not just working well. Okay, what are the things that are not working well? If you will put the person well, you might just see 2 or 3 things that are not working well. For the person to not feel like everything is not working well. And it's just human nature. It's just human nature. It's not strange. But one thing that we need to also be conscious of, as we want through life, is the ability to hold ourselves accountable, is the ability to reflect, to, pause and look at, okay, these things that are not working well, is it everything that is truly not working well? Don't let one, 2 or 3 bad situations to determine how your life, will continue running. And that was what I realized at that point in my life. Looking at that book, I was also grateful for how far I had come. And at that moment, I started taking my goal setting and planning very serious, because for me, it dawned on me that there are so many things that I needed to give myself flowers for that I didn't even realize that I had achieved, because I wasn't taking notes, because I wasn't, keeping accounts. So henceforth, I started writing down and I started doing more. And those are the things I'll be sharing with us today, to all the other work that I was doing. So yes. So why do we need goals? Someone will say, some persons might just say, why do I need goals? I hear goals there, goals there. I beg, which one is goals? Let's just enter 2025. It's my year of doings. It's my year of breakthrough. And we'll be breaking through everything. Please don't do that though. You need goals. And I'm going to start with a chapter. Please permit me, if you're a Muslim here. This is a verse from the Bible, and I will explain it so that you can understand why I'm using this particular verse. So this verse is Habakkuk 2 verse 2, and it says, write the vision, make it plain, so that he who reads it may run with it. Now, in this context, God was talking to Habakkuk. He was talking to a particular man named Habakkuk in the Bible. And when I read different versions, talking about the meaning of this verse, I came to, it dawned on me that God was actually showing Habakkuk something. He was showing him something. And he says, see, look at this thing that I'm showing you. Put it down. Put it down. Make it clear. Make it clear so that people that see it, they will understand it. People that want to join you, they will understand it. People that are trying to even be part of this vision, trying to be part of what you're doing, they will understand it. So even God Even God is trying to make Habakkuk understand the essence and the importance of what? Of writing down his what? His goals, writing things down, making it plain. So if the Bible is telling us, if God is trying to tell a man that this is the important, put it down. So we as humans, why shouldn't we take this very important? Why? Now, before I go deeper, you need goals for so many reasons. You need goals for clarity. You need it for direction. You need it for motivation. You need it for accountability. See, so many people they misplace the meaning of goals and vision. They are similar, but they are also different. But they can be used, like many people will use goal, and what they mean is vision. Vision, some people will say, oh, what is your vision for a particular thing? In that context, they might just be talking about your goals. So as we go, I will let you understand the difference between vision and goals. What is the difference per se? Because if you don't understand the difference, you might struggle in actually planning your goals or setting goals for yourself. So yeah, the next slide. So in here, I have vision. Vision describes your hopes and dreams for your future, what you want to accomplish. Now, let me simplify this. Vision is futuristic. Is a big picture. Is something that is bigger than you. Something that you really don't have an idea how you are going to accomplish it. That's the truth. Because vision, if your vision is something that is easy for you to accomplish, you can just easily, this is it, oh, then uncle check it, auntie check it well. Is a goal, is not a vision. Vision are futuristic. Vision are not something that you can achieve on your own. You need a lot of things in order to make a vision. So visions are always futuristic. They are hopes, they are dreams. Now, goals are specific targets that you set or stopping points along the road. So the difference between goals and vision is that, remember here, goals are specific targets. Specific targets that you set. That means you set their specific target that you want to reach. Specific target that you have said, okay, I want to accomplish this. I want to. Now, if you are hearing me saying I want to, there's an iota of time when it comes to goals. That means when you're talking about goals are time specific. Vision can be time specific, but they are not time specific, in that you can't decide when you are going to achieve a vision. You can put a timeline to your vision, but you necessarily will not achieve it by that time. And check out great men and great women that have come with a vision, the likes of Mahatma Gandhi, even Martin Luther King. Their vision is not something that they achieve and left. Their vision are things that have continued, that other people have carried on. It's like a legacy. So visions are legacy that people leave behind. Vision goes beyond you. Vision is not something that you can do alone. It goes beyond you. It's a legacy you leave behind for other people to follow suit. But when you talk about goals are specific to you. Goals are things that you have to do in order to achieve some certain things. I hope I am passing the message in a cool and calm manner. Hope I've not lost anyone.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
with you
you're
right on,
fine, you're
Mama.
fine. We can hear you.
Thank you. All right,
Very
thank
clear.
you. I want to be sure that we are
Right on,
together.
Mama. Yeah.
So I'm saying this again. Vision, the difference between your vision and your goal is that your vision is what? Is not time specific. It's not, your vision is not You can't decide the time for you to achieve your vision. It's not left to you. But you can decide the time to achieve your goal. That's the difference. And when we not talk about plan, because now we are talking about goal setting and planning. When you talk about plan are the things, the roadmap to achieve your goals. So remember, we started from vision. That's the big one. Then we come down to goals. Goals can be gotten from a vision. Goals are actually derived from a vision. You pick your goals from a vision. Then from that vision, from that goals, you can now plan. Because if you say you want to have a vision, you have a vision and you want to start planning from that vision, you will tell, you will take. Let me give you an idea. So I'm going to give you a vision, an example. So there was a time my vision is the vision has changed now. Though. So there was a time my vision was to make a positive impact in the world. And if you ask me what was the positive impact I wanted to make, I would say I will always say then that I want to see a world where nobody is poor. Now imagine me wanting to create a world where nobody is poor. And I want to start planning. How do I start ensuring that nobody is poor in the world? Before you will get that kind of plan, maybe you'll be in your old age. It will be much wiser for me to say, okay, I want to ensure that nobody is poor in the world. Now, how do I want to do it? I have to now come down. In ensuring that nobody is poor in the world, okay, I have to be sure that everyone is educated, Abi. Because if more people can be educated, that means they have a chance to get a job and they can get jobs, they can sustain themselves, they can sustain their family, they can contribute to the society. It won't just be a few people that will be rich. Now, from that vision, I have gotten a goal to make sure that more people are educated. That is a goal. Because the vision is to ensure that we don't have a lot of poor people again. That is my vision. I want to reduce the number of poor people in the world. Now, my goal, in order for me to achieve that vision, I have to get more people educated. That's a goal. And that's not the only way to get people educated. I can still bring out more goal from that vision. I can still say that, okay, in order to achieve this vision, if more women are empowered, women, they are the ones that take care of the family. So if I can empower more women, that means there will be, there can be sustainability in the family. A man does not care. No, this just means saying, don't say, I'm not using stereotype here, the general ideology. So they'll say a man doesn't care. If you give a man, sometimes the man just want to eat, he will go and sleep. He doesn't, But for a woman will say, no, my kids, so they have to be sustained. I have to be. So if you can empower a woman, that means children in the household won't have to suffer. They can have food. It will reduce the rate of hunger. That's also influencing my vision. So now I can now say, okay, another goal is I want to empower more women in my community. I want to ensure that more women are empowered. They have, they have skills. They have something that is bringing them income. Now, if you look at this particular goal that I'm talking about, inside this particular goal, I can still bring out another goal. But what am I making you to understand in essence is that vision is always if you want to know if what you have been setting for yourself all this one is a goal or a vision, go and sit down and ask yourself, how many goals can I bring out from what I am calling my vision? If you cannot bring out plenty goals from what you have set as a vision, check it well. It might just be a goal. You need to expand that thing. You need to go beyond. And a lot of people will say, hey, but sometimes you might not have it figured out. You might not be sure. That's understandable. It's fine. But the problem is when you are not stuck there for a long time. Sometimes you might just start your life with a goal. You might just start with a goal. But don't let it remain as a goal because you are meant for more. You are not meant for just a specific task or target. You are meant for more. So as you are achieving, because one thing about goal is that it's time specific. Before you know you have achieved it. And after you have done, what next? And we human beings, we are driven by our vision. When there is no vision, you will lose enthusiasm. You will lose the excitement to life. You will lose it. That's why you would have come across people that will say, "Oh, I am," when they tell you, "I am depressed. Why am I even in this life? What am I even here for?" Check it well. Most of the time, those people, they've lose sight of their vision, or they never really thought about vision, never thought about more. They were just stuck to their goal. So after they have accomplished the goal, they are now like, what's more? What's more to life? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So they lose enthusiasm. They didn't aim for more. That's why they always tell you, aim for more. But it's always better when you start from a vision. For a long time, I started, although from the very beginning, I had an idea what I wanted to do for my life, but it wasn't entirely a vision. Actually, it was a goal, because after some time I accomplished it, and I was now asking myself, what next? Until I now had to sit down and tell myself that, okay, this goal that I'm doing, that's another way to also get your vision. So I'm giving you another tactics. This goal that I'm doing, I asked myself, why am I doing it? Why am I going out to teach people sign language? Why am I so passionate about it? Why why do I want a lot of people to know sign language? I asked myself. Then I came up with an answer that, oh, I wanted the deaf people to have a more inclusive society. Why did I want to ensure that the deaf people have an inclusive society? Because I wanted them to be able to get more opportunities. I wanted them to access the same opportunities that a hearing person can access. But why do I think it's important for them to access the same opportunity that a hearing person should access? I told myself, they are human, they have potentials, they have dreams, they also have a role to play in this world. And if they leave this world without us tapping that potential, then we are missing ourselves. Because what makes this world beautiful and colorful is the potentials and gift of everyone. But there are people that have gone with their potentials. So imagine if every deaf persons are not allowed to what? To realize their potential in this life. I might think it's not affecting me, but I have missed out. Because that there might be just one beautiful innovation in that person. Just like Elon Musk have given us some beautiful innovations. Imagine if we didn't have the Elon Musk, we would have missed. Imagine if we didn't have Mark Zuckerberg, there would be no Facebook. There would have been something else. Or we might never have even had it. Maybe it might not be in our generation. Maybe it's in another generation. They will not have something like that. So it dawned on me that at the end of the day, I was able to get up. So from that goal, I got up and I realized that for me, it's all about making sure that every human realize their full potential. I want to live in a world where every human being has the opportunity to realize their potential without any barriers. That was a vision for me. And if I wanted to achieve that vision, I need to do a lot of things. There are a lot of goals I need to set to achieve it. So now I've given you two ways. I'm telling you that you can have that big vision. But if you don't have it, you can start from a goal to ask yourself why. Keep asking yourself why, until you get up. Until you get up to a place whereby you know that that thing that you have, that place you have gotten to is not easy. You don't even know how to achieve it. Then you have arrived at a vision. You have arrived at a vision. You don't even know, you can't even know when. Because imagine, I want to ensure that everybody have the full potential. Everybody in the world, when will I achieve that thing? But I can set goals to ensure that I am achieving it. And when it now becomes a full vision, is the fact that even after I'm gone, other people will continue. What is a vision? A vision should outlast you. You should not go. You should not go and your vision is finished. Your vision should outlast you. So check well if it's not a goal that you are dealing with. Please, you want to check again. So yeah, I'm up to my next slide. And now this brings me to what are the steps in goal setting and planning? I have given us an idea of the difference between vision and goals. And now, if you now have a vision, I'm saying that you need to bring out goals from your vision. If you don't have a vision yet, you can get to your vision through your goals. Two ways. Now, let's come down to goal setting and planning. How do we start setting goals? How do we start planning? Before you even plan, you have to set goals, right? And the first thing is that you have to identify your goal. What is your goal? Now, don't forget I spoke about vision. What is your vision? You will see goal, but start from your vision. What is your vision? Make sure you get it right. Before you start setting and planning anything, please, what is your vision? If you don't know your vision, do what I did now. What is that goal? What is that thing that keeps you up every day, that makes you wake up, that makes you want to go to work, that makes you want to, wake up and say, oh yeah, let's start again. What is that thing? Then keep asking yourself why until you get to a very big thing that you know that it's beyond you. Then you can now write it down. Then you can ask that goal, still put it there. That one is a goal that you can do on your own, but that vision is necessary because I remember my pastor would always say that a man without a vision is a man with no destination. If you don't have a vision, you don't have a destination. And sooner or later, you will lose all enthusiasm. Sooner or later, you will lose sight of why you are here. Sooner or later, you will be tossed to and fro by the wind of doctrines. You will just be doing what every other person is doing. Today you are doing this, tomorrow you are doing that. You will just be everywhere. A man without a vision is a man that is everywhere. This one is good. This one is good. This one is good. Everything is good for you. There's nothing bad in it, but what it does to you is that very sooner or later it will. There's this thing they call you will get to your elastic limit sooner or later because that's when you will realize that you have just been everywhere. You are nowhere because whether you like it or not, your vision is the one that sets you apart in the world. Your vision is your uniqueness. Your vision is the one that can make you talk in a room and people will turn and look at you that we is talking. But when you are somebody without a vision, you don't have a uniqueness. You won't even have that boldness to talk in rooms where there are, people playing with power. Now, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't talk between kings when you don't have, maybe when you are not someone. This is not a matter of being someone here. This is a matter of having a vision. See, your vision makes you bold. Because you know you have something. You have something that you are bet inside of you. You have something that is making you go out there. There's this possibility you are seeing. It will make you talk in rooms where there are people that are bigger than you. And people will listen because it's your vision. It is unique. It is yours. It is what sets you apart from them. They don't have anybody like you. It's your uniqueness. People will come from afar to look for you because of your vision. So it's very important for you to have a vision. If you want to make a mark on earth, if you want to leave this earth and not be forgotten, even without having to do so much, because now, don't confuse me saying that you have to be, you have to be in big rooms. You want to know. Don't confuse it with maybe you have to be, status. I'm not really talking about status here. I'm not talking about money status or anything. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about a man with a vision. You just have a vision. And I'll give you an example of people in the Bible. See, even in the Bible today, people that we are studying in the Bible are people with visions. Check out different people in the Bible. Faith. When we talk about faith, what is the person in the Bible? We talk about our father Abraham. We are talking about sacrifice. We are talking about someone with courage, someone that left everything behind. You talk about Moses. Everybody had their brand. When you talk about faith, you are referring to Paul. You are talking about Paul. You are talking about the things he did. Messages. Someone that was able to giving us the revelation of the word in a new dimension. You are talking about Paul. Everybody had their brand. See, even in the Bible, there is branding. And that's because all of them had a vision. They had a message that they've been given that they came to drive. And even after they had gone, other people came in to continue those things. So it's very important. Even before we go into... Yes, please. Yes. Yes, so for the interpreting, please, let's allow Mr. Vincent to rest. Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Let me take over. Let me. Yeah, thank you. All right, so we can go on now. So I'm really laying emphasis on vision, goals, because see, none of this will make sense to you if you don't understand the place of vision in your life. None of this will make sense. Even after I've said everything I want to say and all that, it won't make sense to you if you don't understand vision. See, if you want to stand out anywhere, even on earth, you want to, some people are always looking for visibility. I want to be visible. I want to be. See, don't drag this. Don't fight for visibility. What is your vision? Your vision will make you visible. Don't fight for visibility. I was telling someone that reached out to me, she's like a mentee to me, and she was telling me, my goal is that by 2025 I'll be on a global stage. I was like, okay, wait, global stage, what do you want to go and do on that global stage? I asked her, and she said, and now I'll be helping children, helping them. I said, are you the only one helping children? Are you the only one? Do you know how many NGOs we have now that are helping children, educating children? And I asked her, what's going to set you aside from every other person that are helping children? And see, there's really nobody you can't tell me that, oh, somebody else is doing my vision. It sounds absurd. You cannot say that. Because vision is something that is massive, is big. And whether you like it or not, there's a role for you to play there that is unique to you. So if you really want to stand out, start with a vision. Vision drives you. Vision, like I said, it puts you in a room that you have never imagined that you can be. It makes kings come and ask for your counsel because you have a vision. Because you will be seen as an authority when you are a man or a woman with a vision. In whatever you're doing, you'll be seen as an authority there. And there might be other people on the way to achieving that vision too. But because it's your own vision, the way you are going to be achieving it is going to be unique and different from the way every other person is doing it. My pastor was talking in church on Sunday, and he was telling us of how Jesus, the life Jesus lived, he summarized it. And everything Jesus did was just the message of salvation. He had a vision. When he came, he just wanted to come and save men. He wanted to ensure that men are what? He brought them closer to God. And the way he did it, it was different because after he left, don't forget that the disciples continued. The disciples too, their mission was to ensure that people knew Jesus. People came to Jesus. The same thing Jesus came to do, but the way Jesus went about it was different. He had to die. He had to lay down his life. The disciples didn't have to do that. They just had to preach. They just had to win soul. So, brothers and sisters, I'm not preaching here, but all I'm just saying in essence is that whether we like it or not, all of us, the creator of the whole world has one vision for this world. And whatever we are doing, we are playing around that vision. Is in fulfillment of that one vision. But it's just that we have different ways in which we are accomplishing it. And the different ways in which we are accomplishing it is through our skills. You have skills that you have been given. You have gifts that you have been given. And whatever you have been given is a way for you to what? To accomplish that thing that you need to accomplish in fulfillment of that vision. I will tell someone, I will say, I told someone that, do you know that for every professional that you see, some people will say, oh, I just want to serve Jesus. I just want to be a Jesus child. And I don't want to chase skill. I don't want to chase. And then you are not ready to fulfill any vision. You know why? Because for every field, everywhere you find yourself, you are in that place, in fulfillment of the vision. So you might be a doctor. As a doctor, you are fulfilling the vision, but it's just that you think that the vision, I have to be directly fulfilling that vision. No. In your field, with your expertise, with your skills, you are fulfilling that one single vision that God has for this world. Now, your role is to, from that vision, pick out your own vision. What do I want to do inside this vision? So it is when you decide what you want to do inside that vision, you will now break it down into goals. So that is where goal setting comes in. You will not break it down into goals. But like I said, first of all, you have to identify the goals. What is the goal? When you now bring out the goal, you will now what? Break it down, divide it into smaller, something that is you can run with. That is when the Bible verse comes in. By division, make it plain, so that he that sees it what may run with it. So that is now, you will not break it into smaller goals, so that we can run, so that you can run with it, so that other people that see it too can run with it. Now there's now a place of making it smart. We will talk about smart soon. We will get there. Making it smart. Now, on your way to making it smart, you can now come down to, okay, so what are the resources that I will need in fulfilling this vision? There's also a place of evaluation, monitoring it. Just like I told you that through my own goal setting, I ensure that I was always looking at the things I have written down, unlike what I will not do before. I realized that I needed to be paying attention. I needed to be looking at it, checking it. Then there's a place of also staying motivated, keeping yourself accountable and celebrating small wins. So yeah, immediately let's go to the SMART goals. Now, in these SMART goals, I know you've had this a lot, where they will tell you your goals have to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be relevant, and also time bound. Now, all these things are beautiful, but allow me to share. There's this other document that I want to share with us. I hope you can see my screen. Can you see the other documents I'm sharing? Please, can you see the other document I'm sharing? Not this document.
Yeah, we can see it.
No, it was a Word doc. Can you see a Word doc, a Word document? Okay, allow me to share again. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the document now?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
All right.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm sharing this with you, I plan to also give it to us after if you want it. So now this is like a template that you can use when you want to set your goals. These are the steps I follow when I want to set my own goals too. So the first one, like I've been talking about vision, you write down your vision, then you come down to goals. What are your goals? Now, you can put your goal 1, because there might be so many goals. Like I have so many goals. I have different ways in which I'm fulfilling my vision. I'm not doing it through one way. I have different ways in which I'm fulfilling my vision. So the same way, you can have maybe write one goal inside there. And when you have written that goal, bear in mind that your goals have to be smart. So when I say your goals have to be smart, I'm saying that your goals have to be specific. What specific problem do you want to solve? So you have to be specific. You have the vision. Yeah. So I'm going to give you an idea. I wrote an example of my vision here and the goals that I wanted to use, attain it. So the first, I said in one of my vision, my vision, this is not my vision, so it's just an example, is to be a renowned disability expert and activist that has created systemic change and impacted many lives, especially the lives of deaf children. Now, this is a vision. Now, in this vision, I have to bring out a goal. Bearing in mind that my goal has to be what? It has to be specific. It has to be measurable. That means I have to think about how I will know if I have achieved the goal. How will I measure it? It also has to be achievable. That means I have to be ensured that I'm setting a challenging target, but at the same time, it has to be realistic. It has to be something that I can achieve. Because don't forget, this is a goal. This is not a vision. Now, the question when I'm considering achievable is, do I have the skills? Do I have the abilities and resources to make it happen? Also, my goal has to be relevant. What is the purpose of this goal? Does it align with my vision? Does it help me fulfill my vision? Then lastly, it has to be time bound. What is the completion date? When do I want to achieve this goal? Again, don't forget that this is a goal, not a vision. So you have to be sure, when do you want to achieve this goal? When? Give us a timeline. So in doing this, I wrote down that vision. So because of all this, I now wrote down a goal. So my goal was now from this, because I said I wanted to be a renowned disability advocate that has created systemic change and impacted many lives, right? Especially deaf children. So because of this, I said, okay, if I'm talking about a SMART goal, first of all, I wanted to have a non-profit organization, because in order for me to fulfill this vision, I must have a project or a way in which I am touching these people, I am using to create that systemic change. So for me, it was to have a non-profit organization and also to work as a disability inclusion specialist. So I have to start working. If I want to be a renowned disability inclusion specialist, I have to start working as that person now. So I said, okay, I have to start working. That's a goal, right? That is a goal. So let's pick one. Start a non-profit organization. Now, in order to make it measurable, I said, okay, I have to work with top international organizations as a consultant, partner, or facilitator. Now, all these things I'm saying is in these templates. Let me put it up. You can use it for yourself. It's in this template. I wrote it out, so you can use it while you are answering that question for yourself as well. So for me, for it to be measurable, I said I have to work with international organizations, as I was telling myself, as what? A consultant, partner, or facilitator. And my plan is to impact 10,000 people by 2025. 10,000 people by 2025. Now, the next one, which is achievable, I told myself that's in fulfillment of this goal. Everything I'm saying is still in fulfillment of this goal. I said, okay, I should earn a master's degree in disability inclusion, earn a master's degree in disability inclusion with 5 years experience working with top international organizations. And I wrote them here. I said, okay, United Nations. I wrote down United Nations and I wrote down UNICEF. Then for it to be a relevant goal, I said, now, when we said relevant, we said it has to align with your vision. So for me, it aligns with my vision because I will be able to impact more lives. When I'm able to work with these top organizations, I'll be able to earn more money to fund my non-profits. And at the same time, I'll be practicing. And sooner or later, I will become one of the top disability inclusion specialists. Because if you work with top international organization, that's already a status for you. So all this is in fulfillment of my vision. Then time frame, I said, oh, within 5 years of completing my master's degree. So I'm saying I want to be this thing. I want to be able to affect systems, create systemic change. 5 years after completing my master's degree and 10 years after running my non-profit. So 10 years after running my non-profit, I want to be able to achieve this. Now, what have I been able to do here, guys? What I've done is I've been able to make one goal. I've been able to make it smart. One goal, I made it smart. I broke it down, considering all these different things, and I made it smart. So this template I'm going to be sharing with you if you want to also have access to it, so help you. Then to my next, so the issue is that I won't be able to use this and use the other slide. Or is there a way to do it? All the IT gurus in the house, please help us, because I don't know how. Can you see the other screen now? Or is it the Word doc we are seeing?
If you're not using the same software, you can minimize one for the other one. But if it's the same software, then you have to close this one for the other one.
Sincerely, I what you are saying here, I don't know. I don't understand that technical term. It's also technical to me. So I think I'll just go back to the other document because we are time specific. I want to ensure that we are finishing this on time. But even at that, we might just share the document with everyone later. Okay, so you're saying if I use Windows entirely, but I don't even have a slide on my window. Okay. Oh no, I don't have a slide on my window. It's not apparent. So let me just go back to this one. Yeah. So the next thing now, now we have done set one goal. I have made it smart. Now you now talk about how do I want to achieve this goal? That's when the plan comes in. I call it success plan because you don't just plan. Make sure you are having a success plan. You know, many people will just plan and say, okay, this is how I want to achieve it by so. Make sure that your plans, they are proof. You know, take your time to plan. There's this thing I have here. I wrote it down. I write a lot. And it's just something that I quoted for myself. It said 80% of your results will come from 20% of your actions or plan. 80% of your results will come from 80% though will come from just 20% of you planning and actionizing those plans. So what am I saying in essence, guys? For somebody like me, I remember there was a time I was comparing myself with one of my friends. She is a very active person. She can achieve a mountain in a day. She does a lot of things. And, you know, at a point, I was asking myself that, am I not lazy? Because I was comparing our work rate with my work rate. I was telling myself that, am I not lazy? Are you sure? Because you can do more now. If this lady can do all these things, see what she's doing. That means you can do more. Why are you not doing as much? You know, I struggled with it. I was telling myself that, maybe I can do better and all. Until it dawned on me, because it takes someone that reflects a lot. I'm actually someone that reflects a lot. I'm a deep thinker. So I have my time where I reflect, you know, I try to figure things, think. I'm like, and if I'm not getting it, I talk to people as well. So I'm not an all-knowing person. I talk to people that are very close to me. So in also reflecting and also talking to someone, I realized that I take more time to plan out things in my head. I take more time to plan things in my head than executing it. So I am not that person that you will give a task and immediately I get on it. If I have not thought about what you have given me, if I have not pictured it, if I have not ruminated on it in my mind, we go nowhere. You're on your own. In as much as I can multitask, yeah, but if I've not had time to reflect on whatever you are giving me to do, I will struggle. I will struggle. And believe me, the moment I've been able to reflect on things or even a task, it doesn't take me so many times to finish it. It's like I have seen it before. It was just like when I was creating the slide for this presentation. Lo and behold, what if I told you I created this slide yesterday? I started around 12 a.m. because I was busy. I wanted to do a lot of things. Then by 12 a.m., I think by 1 or 2 a.m., I just put my laptop aside because I wasn't getting the particular thing I wanted. The design was not making sense. I was like, I put it away. It was 1 p.m. today after I finished all the reports. And somehow I just came up with all these things, and you can see, and I had help too. Somebody helped me, put a touch on it. And when the person was saying, the person was like, I like the design you used. And it's not as if I just went into the app and I'm like, this is it. I had pictured what I wanted. But the fact that I had pictured it won't take me time to bet what I want. So I am saying this, that we are different kind of people. You might not be that person that your own might be immediately jaga jaga, we do quick. But if you are that person that takes time, is not a problem. It is your own, it is you. So that's why it's always good to know yourself. And don't ever look at others and say, because they are doing it this way, they are better than you. No. You have the way you bet your own ideas. You have the way you do your things. That's why, for me, somebody will tell me, I don't like being rushed. When you rush me, I am stressed. You stress me when you rush me, because I've not had time to think about it. I need time to reflect, to think. So you see, this is out of me knowing myself. So you need to ask yourself, do you know yourself? And these are the things, doing activities like this also help you to reflect, to know yourself. Activities like this help you. It helps you to know, to think like, okay, this is me. This is how I do things. So in creating a success plan, you need to think, what needs to happen to achieve my goals? I wish I could open the other templates, because I wanted us to particularize as I'm talking. But I don't want to be struggling between opening that one and opening this one. So in your success plan, I have it in this book here. So your success plan is talking about what needs to happen in order for you to achieve your goal. So that particular goal that I said I wanted to be a top disability expert. And I said, okay, in order to achieve that vision, I must have a non-profit and I must be a top disability inclusion specialist. And in order for me to become those things, what do I need? I need skills. You need to be factual with yourself. A lot of people, that's why they will say, there's this adage, this adage, I don't know where they want to today, where they will say a child, a conductor will say, one day. Yeah, I remember. They say a conductor will say, one day, I want to become the president. How do you want to become the president? I'm not I'm not displacing the place of God can do miraculous things. But even before God will do miraculous things for you, see, there's a way the Spirit of God works. It just aligns you. The Spirit is a spirit of alignment. Except you are not close with the Spirit, you are not intimate with the Spirit of God. It will align you with that part, to that place He wants you to go. It will just align you with it. There's a place of alignment in your life. It has to align. So you want to be, you have determined that, I want to, let's give a simple idea. I want to, for those people that want to Japa syndrome, I want to be in America by 2030. You that want to be in America by 2030, are there not some things you're supposed to be doing in order to be in America? You don't have a passport, number one, and you want to go to America. That one is a standard. It's a systemic standard. If you don't have, you go nowhere. You will go nowhere. You will stay in Nigeria. We'll be here. Don't worry, I will cheer you on. I'll support you when you are here. So what am I saying? There are just some standard principles. You have a passport, number one. You have to have your passport, right? You have to apply for visa. Even though we've seen miracle that they will say, people but I'm not scared that one. At least you still have to go for interview. They will not give you the visa. Now, this is not me displaying the place of miracle. I'm just saying there are things that you need to do. There are standards, there are steps. There are things that need to be in place. For me, when I made up my mind that I wanted to be a top disability inclusion specialist, I knew that there are some courses that I needed to take. I knew that there are some certificates that I needed to have. I knew that there were some skills that I needed to polish. If I didn't polish them, then where am I going? And please, if you are, there's this saying where they say people, they will say, oh, don't worry, God got me. God is with me. Please, if it's the same God that I serve, God is not a God of mediocrity. No, you cannot tell me anything otherwise. God is full of excellence. Check out the people that God raised in the Bible. Look at them. Look at their profile. God loves excellence. So if you want craft yourself, if you want make ready yourself for that person that you want to become, jokes on you. Jokes on you, because you will not be able to become that person that God really wanted you to be. And God will bring another person. Another person will come and do it better. You think if you don't do it well, it will pain God. You're on your own. Another person will come and do it better. You have done your own. You've done your best. You've done what you can do. Bye-bye. Another person will come and do it, and they will do it better. So the day you start having the orientation, see, change that mindset. You know, I told you that there's some mindset change that I needed to tell myself. I needed to change myself too. I needed to change my mindset. That's it. If you want to be excellent, then whatever you want to accomplish, that goal that you want to accomplish, excellence will be missing in it. Excellence will be missing in it if you won't be excellent. So it's your duty to ensure that you take with you, they say take all the tools that are necessary. Refine yourself, shaping yourself. Let me give you an idea. Last year, I can't count, apart from taking some like 2 courses to put me on the new path that I wanted. I picked up a new goal. I was like, this goal is very important in this level. And the things that I needed to achieve that goal required me to study more. So apart from picking up 2 courses online, on Coursera, I had to even pay for one of it, to get the certificate. My certificate is still there, but I have to put the money to get it out. I did a lot of reading. And when I say reading that I will be having headache and I'll still be reading. I read a lot of materials. I will reach out to my friends to send me articles. I have a lot of articles on my laptop now that I've not even read. For this year now, reading has not really started. But by the time I start reading, I've made up my mind. There are some goals, there are some things I've told myself that I must do in order for me to know that, okay, my goal is measurable. Now that's when you go into, I don't really want to talk about it, but when you talk about going into article writing, it's one of the things I'm concentrating this year. But last year I was deliberate about setting myself up as someone that was already in that field in terms of raising awareness. But I didn't stop with awareness. I went into training. I went into talking about it. I went into facilitation. All these things, I didn't develop it in a day. I put myself on the spot. Me talking to you here today, it was something I couldn't do. At the point, I can't do it. I would be having, you could hear fear in my voice if I was doing it before. It took an intentional effort to put myself on the spot. It was training for me because I knew that I needed it. If I was going to stand on a global stage and I can't stand in front of 10, in front of 20, in front of 30 online, then I'm going nowhere. Nobody just gets on a global stage. You don't just get there. Check out, because the thing that people keep saying is that the issue with us today is that most of the time, what we end up seeing is the results. You don't know that result they are seeing has probably taken that person 10 years of training, 20 years of training before they got to that place. But you just see the results and you're like, wow, I want to be like this person. How? Have you done your due diligence? Have you put in the effort? So this is where goal setting and planning comes in. Your planning can be a 5-year plan. It can be a 10-year plan. I have a 10-year plan. I have a 5-year plan that I know it's in until 5 years I can achieve it. But I have to start now. Because if I want to achieve it, if I don't start now, allow me to refer to Jesus again. Jesus had a ministry